Hello all, welcome back to my channel. So I have a question that if the Philippines is in debt, don't panic guys. If the Philippines is in debt, then how much, who does it owe, and the most important thing, what does it mean for the country and for its people? Let's break this into a small parts and into a simple words and so that everyone can understand because when I said that the Philippines isn't there, you are getting shocked. No, don't panic, guys. We will first understand what is debt actually. So before talk about the Philippines, let's understand what the debt actually is. So it's so simple, just like we take loans for our houses, for our cars, for educations to the banks, the country also borrow the money to build roads, schools, and hospitals. But the question is, this borrowing good or bad? So yes, we will moving forward. So the question is that this is good or bad? Not always. You know that many rich countries like the US, Japan have huge debts. You know, the difference is how many manage it. Even comparing to Philippines to other countries, neighbors like Indonesia, Thailand, and Vietnam, they are also in the debt, So, on how the Philippines is managing the debt, the country, how it's managing its own debt, this matters a lot, right? So, this is the big question. Let's find out how does the government plan to reduce this debt. So if I talk about the Philippines is in debt. So my next question is that what can Filipinos do to making their country rid of this debt? As citizens, can Filipino help reduce debt? Things like supporting loan and businesses, local businesses, paying taxes honestly. I know the Filipino are very honest people and they are paying taxes honestly. And being financially literate, and the Filipino people are very literate and they are financially very literate, can make a huge difference, all right, to get rid of this debt of any country, not only the Philippines. If we talk about the future of the Philippines, then Philippines, despite this debt, the Philippines has a strong economic growth. Yes, the Philippines has the strong economic growth and the potential, as you're very well aware about this thing. So yes, can the country use its resources wisely to become a financial powerhouse? So we'll talk about more. So yes, we were discussing that can the Philippines wisely be a financial powerhouse? And guys, since I have been living in the Philippines for last 3 years, so I have had the chance to experience the country's culture, lifestyle, and the cost of living here. And now, as I prepare to visit uh, more places here in the Philippines, and I want to compare, uh, like, with the, I want to compare the country Philippines with another country, like their neighbor countries like Vietnam, Singapore. So the country from an Indian's perspective, I want to share some glimpse or some information with all of you. So the cost of living and travel expenses. Let's start with the cost actually. So if I talk about the Singapore, it's Singapore is one of the most expensive cities in the world, as you are well aware. The hotel, foods, and the transport, and even the basic necessaries are very expensive, very high. Philippines is much more budget friendly on the other hand, and you can find the affordable local food here in the metro city as well. And if I talk about the transportation, they are very cheap. The jeepney and the tricycles, they are very affordable in the Makati and the BGC and the Mandaluyong and the Quezon City, the Cebu City. So decent accommodation at a lower price you can afford compared to any other country. And the visa process, if I talk about the visa process, so I am a foreigner, and as I mentioned earlier that Singapore has a strict visa policy for Indians, while the Philippines is a bit more flexible for the Indians. So if you have a valid visa from US, UK, Germany, then you are good to go. You can grab your visa very easily. But you have only the Indian citizenship, then it's very complicated to grab this Singapore visa. On the other hand, Philippines is visa free for 14 days. Otherwise, you need an e-visa or uh, streaker visa. But for Singapore, every Indian traveler must apply for visa in advance, guys. So yes, in many terms, we can compare the Philippines country to any other country. Philippines is the best, I think, and they have very easily flexible visa procedures here in the Philippines. If you want to visit Philippines, if you want to work here, so if you want to apply the business visa, or if you want to apply dependent visa, tourist visa, you can easily apply here in the Philippines. Philippines has been one of the most dynamic economies in the East Asia and South Pacific region. And this dynamic economy reflects increasing urbanization and large and young population, and a strong consumer demand supported by a vibrant labor market which have raised the incomes of the most vulnerable population here. So if I talk about the SGI and the poverty rate decline. The economy has sustained its strong momentum, growing 6.0% in the first half of the 2024 and placing it in the top of the growth performance in the South Pacific region. And as a result of continued recovery and the reforms, the Philippines is on track to transition from lower middle to upper middle income status this year. So congratulations, guys, for making the Philippines as upper middle income country. And look, guys, if I give my final thoughts, then the debt is neither good nor bad. It depends on how it is managed by the country, any country. Should Filipinos be concerned, or is this just a part of the economic growth? You don't need to be concerned about this actually. Just tell me in the comment box what you think about this topic. I want to hear your opinions. Do you think that is the Philippines is handling debt very well? Comment below your opinion. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my channel. And for this more insightful video, just subscribe my channel. And yes, please share this video to your friends, families.
And unfortunately my mic was discharged and I'm unable to record my voice. So guys, before reaching to my house, I need to purchase some grocery items like eggs and milk. So yes, this is the peak time and I need to stand in a long queue because it's 4:30 p.m. and yes, this is all about today. I hope you have watched my entire video rather than reacting on the caption, guys, because Philippines is not in debt. Philippines is not a single country which is in debt, but there are a number of developed country also in the debt. So the matters with how the country is managing its debt. Says if you want more content like this, you just need to be subscribe my channel, share this video to your friends. Bye, take care.